In March of 2021, lockdown had just been completed in that the doctor surgeries were now open. And I noticed during lockdown that I had a lump developing in my breast. But I've never had anything like breast cancer in my family, so it didn't really mean much. I just kind of shoved it to the back of my brain. And by the time things opened up in lockdown, after lockdown, I thought to myself, this doesn't seem to be getting any better. And it's just growing and getting bigger. Let me go and have a look and see what this might potentially be. So I booked an appointment and went and found that I was told that I had a tumor in my breast that was so big that couldn't be operated on. And the only means for any treatment would be to go straight to chemotherapy. And funny enough, when I got to the doctors at the first time, she said, well, it's not looking like it is, but let's just get it checked anyway. So I was like, okay, no problem. So I went in. And then I was told after a few visits, it takes 2-3 visits. I had a biopsy and mammogram and all of those kinds of things. And then I was simply told that it was cancer. And I felt like they were speaking to somebody else because it really wasn't me they were speaking to. But I was asked to wait for them to allow my bloods to return, and we'll take it from there. In that time, I went away and did some research, and then I got called back after the bloods, and they confirmed that yes, it was what they suspected, that it was a tumor, it was growing, and it was too big for them to remove, and it was too big for them to do anything with. The only thing that they offered me at this stage was chemotherapy. So, as I said to you, I'd been doing a lot of research. The funny thing is that they told me in the meeting, don't go on the internet, don't go and research, don't do anything, just, trust us. But I went in and decided to do my research anyway. Being a broadcast journalist, I suppose it's something that you do. So I did my research, and I found out that they're only offering me one option. And my chances against the options that they were offering me, the survival rate wasn't very high at all. So the percentage of people who had further complications, secondary tertiary cancers, and died as a result was quite high. So I decided to, research a little bit more and see what other options that I had, which I now presented to them. And in essence, they literally told me I couldn't have any of the options that I presented to them, and the only thing I could have was chemotherapy. So after long thought about the process, which took a few months, I absolutely decided to decline their offer based on a lot of things. I mean, that would be a longer video, but this is just a short one, just to give you the brief synopsis. There were a lot of things on the ground. Up until then, yes, life had been rocky. There'd been lots of ups and downs, but I felt, I was getting into a state of settlement, and this was just like a rude awakening. So that's where we began. March 2021 until today. It's been a long process, and because it's such a long period of time, obviously I can't tell you all at once, but I can tell you in bite-sized chunks as we progress on this journey together.